Oh my god, you guys. What the heck? It said I was live and streaming and I wasn't even streaming. Are you kidding me? OBS, you have two buttons that I have to press to go live. Jeez. Wow. All that. I was like a quarter of the way through the video. Wow. That's embarrassing. Um this is my reaction to Amber's ex-bestie who blocked me, and this is called Amberlynn's former bestie doing a hectic Q&A. Wow, I thought I was live that whole time. Wow. Wow.
Hey guys, it's Alexis. I just want to start this off by saying I have never made a YouTube video in my life, so I don't really know how to make an intro, but I'm definitely going to work on it. So I'm just going to immediately dive into the questions that some of you have asked. So the first question is, was Amber actually taking weight loss seriously for once, and did Emily possibly make her stop doing that?
Oh yeah, so I have no idea why she blocked me. Like, I've never commented on Amber's channel that I can remember. Like, literally, never. And then don't, I can't comment in the live streams because I'm not a sub. And then I don't send her money. Fuck that. And then, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I did that Alexis would have seen if unless she like was googling or YouTubing her own name, like, but I don't know. She seems like the person who would do that, just like Amber.
I do believe that Amber was trying to take weight.
I totally thought I was live that whole time. Like, I was talking for 15 minutes. Oh my
Loss
gosh.
seriously,
Hey
but
Natasha.
unfortunately, I do think it was because she was talking to Erica, and Erica takes her own weight loss. And
Erica takes what people think about her seriously. And like that's the thing. She likes working out not because it's like healthy and shit. She gets off on the attention that she gets for working out and looking so butch and mask.
fitness journey very seriously. I also don't believe that Tommy ever specifically told Amberlynn to stop semaglutide. I just think
Sema semaglutide. Semaglutide.
that Amberlynn knows her preference, and if she doesn't have to put in the work, she won't. Did Amber know about the stuff before Kiwi Farms found it?
It's
She
so dumb
initially
that
told
she
me
bleeped that.
that Tommy preferred very, very.
Yeah, Erica is into humiliation and really cares what people think about her. And then Alexis likes to Google herself apparently.
Very large women. And she told me that her late fiance was close to 1,000 pounds. I don't know how much Amberlynn actually knew
Hey sweet pea, how's it going?
about all of the posts that recently came up, nor do I think she would ever
Also, hey
admit
Natasha,
to
if I
me
didn't say so.
if she did know everything. Have you ever caught ALR out in a lie?
Yeah,
I have caught her in many.
she did on the live stream. So yeah,
So now it's hard for me to decipher what was actually true and what never was.
exactly,
Are you still in
Natasha.
touch with Jade? No, but I wish I was. How come Amber claims Jade's toxic and blank behavior if she kept hooking up with Jade after the breakup?
Well, I mean, like a lot of people go back to schmabusive relationships when they get like dried up of the attention that they were getting, because a lot of times like there's this parasitic relationship that develops where you have to get that attention because it's been so conditioned in you, and like that's what that would be. But like I don't believe a lot of the accusations that Amber makes, because she has the history, not the other people necessarily.
So I'm not gonna lie, I have also done this before. And I'm not saying that to try and justify her behavior, but I genuinely think that sometimes after a breakup, you're just so shocked. And sometimes you try to hold on to what is left of that person. Did it hurt that Amber dismissed your BPD during her live? Were we even supposed to know that? When she gets like this was pretty cruel. We're supposed to care about her BPD, but only hers.
I did think it was bad that when Amber tried to bring up that she had BPD, and then Alexis said, "Well, I do too," and then she's like, "It's different for me." Like, is it different for you? Is it really? Why? Because you were in the foster care system? Because you got waited on hand and foot by Crystal's parents? Why? Why is it different for you?
Um, I don't really care. It's not like a secret that I also struggle with my mental health. But unlike Amber, I have actually taken the time to be alone and like work on myself. And I actually have gone to therapy, like with a real licensed therapist.
That's T. Because Amber claimed that she did too. But, like, clearly not. Clearly she was using, like, some kind of internet, uh, online only therapy that wasn't even licensed.
And not just Chat AI and WebMD. Wow. Does she support her friends financially? Example, does she send Eric and Ricky money? Did she pay for Emily plane ticket, rental car,
Hey, Shayna.
etc. when
What's
she
up?
visited Oklahoma City? Do I think it's possible that she paid for
Well, also, she claimed that her foster care parents they cared so much about their kids, they took them to things like Disneyland and, like, uh pro sports games. So, like, she was not wanting for anything necessary. Like, they had extra money to give them those things. Like, she is such an entitled brat, honestly. At the end of the day, she's been handed everything and never had to work. So she thinks any little bit of effort is a lot.
um like Emily's plane ticket? Sure. Do I think she's financially supporting her friends? Absolutely not. There was a period of time where I was quite literally working 3 jobs, um, and still barely making ends meet. And like, I didn't talk about it very often
Absolutely,
because I
Natasha.
didn't want her to
She
feel
would be
like I
like
was
the person that just keeps asking you for, and it doesn't even have to be like material things. It's like they'll ask you to pick them up from the airport. They'll ask you to take them to this thing, like, randomly, or they want you to go with them. Like, it's all these little things that add up over time, and then they don't do anything for you. It's pretty obvious. Once it happens to you once, you recognize it again.
asking for anything. But she like never,
Mm-hmm.
ever offered, not even one time. Does she have any friends in Oklahoma City? Why doesn't she try to find girlfriends in her own state ever? Why does she always look for love on TikTok? Yes, she does, and he seems actually very nice. But
It's the twink from Pride. He's the bestie, the real bestie.
was he a viewer before they met? Yes. I also have never talked to him, and I'm not really sure what his true intentions were messaging her.
Interesting.
But he does get to hang out with Amberlynn's mom, and I'm kind of jealous of that.
Weirdo. Internet weirdo wants to hang out with Mama Lynn. Creepy. And is jealous of the real life friend. Wow.
But he is also probably
Yeah,
like me
it must be
in
him.
regards to
Or,
being
like, when they were not him. When they were um at the sit down restaurant. They each had shown what their meal was, and then that's how we found out. And then he had the bag that his mom made.
on the back burner now that she's back with Tommy.
Nice.
Has she been trolled by other people like Eric?
Yeah, she added her own sound effects to this video like a freak.
Thinking they were dating. Yeah. Her main one
Yeah.
was Danielle. I mean, she was in love with this girl. Aww. And I can actually understand why, because she's incredibly attractive. This girl also said a lot of the right things that made Amberlynn kind of hooked. And she would do the inconsistent reassurance with her and be like totally in love with her one day and then like really all about her pre-existing partner the next day.
I mean, you wanted her to not be into her partner that she had in real life, like to ignore them so that they could pay attention to Amber? That would never happen. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Danielle has been with her current partner for, from my understanding, a decade, at least.
And what in that told you that she would pay less attention to them just for Amber? What the fuck is wrong with you two?
But they are not married. This was when I started to realize.
So, there's people who get married after a year. They're not more significant than the people who have been together for 10 years. What the hell is wrong with you?
Is that Amberlynn does not care if someone's in a pre-existing relationship already. If she likes you and she thinks you're attractive and you say the right combination of words, she's going.
I said that too. I called it. She doesn't. Okay. Okay, Saria. I have everything saved and it should have the chat replay as well. I thought it was checked on the last one, but there was no replay. But yeah, have a good one.
Amberlynn also apparently gave this girl money.
Ooh.
Literally
money.
In the same time frame that I was struggling. She also really loved
She is jealous.
Compare her online relationship with this girl to my in-person relationship with my girlfriend at the time. I really, really loved that a lot. She has never met Danielle or Abby in real life, or Erica. Also, Abby was 20 years old when Amberlynn started talking to her.
What? She was 20? Ew, Amber. Cradle robber. I literally refuse to date or talk to anybody who is more than 7 years younger than me because I feel so fucking creepy. Because that's literally only like 25. Like 25-year-olds are just out of college. I am literally in the middle of my career. Why the fuck would I want to talk to a college student like that? Like, what the hell?
And then lied about it to me, and then backtracked, and then told me the truth again. A 14-year age gap is, I'm sorry I have to, but hectic. I also want to say that Amberlynn never had intentions of actually being with Erica, but when the relationship with Danielle and then the relationship with Abby didn't work out, she kind of just settled. She would always tell me how this Erica girl really likes her and really wants to be with her, but she just didn't look at her like that, even though she was juggling all three of them at the same time at one point. Is there any part of you that feels bad for betraying Amberlynn's trust? Like when you think back on all the talks you two had when everything was good, did you ever think you would betray her? Honestly?
Betrayal? She didn't really betray her at all. Like, at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. She can't even drink. As soon as I was like 25, I was like, nobody under 21. No. I'm not doing it.
I do feel bad, and I do miss her.
It's creepy.
A lot. And even though she kind of brushed me off sometimes, or...
And you know Amberlynn would totally buy her alcohol if they were hanging out in person. Like, if she could get it for her, she would.
Or just wanted to talk about herself, or whatever. I definitely do miss her, and I probably always will. Did I think I was ever going to betray her? Hell no. I literally thought it was like the coolest thing in the world that I was her friend. And I
Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. You thought it was cool to be Amberlynn's friend. Red flag.
felt special because I feel like I got to see a side of her that nobody else gets to see.
That's what Erica said as well, I believe. And like, really? You saw a side of her? Which side? The undercarriage?
But now I'm starting to realize that it was probably all fake. Is she
Duh.
secretly friends with Zachary Michael? He seems to be protecting her a little too much these days. Honestly, I think that he's just really good at seeing things for what they are. And Amberlynn is not always delusional or.
Zach has a very easygoing attitude when it comes to Amberlynn. I believe that he has fit in a lot of the time in his life, and so he doesn't want to be too outside of the middle opinion. Um, but Amberlynn doesn't fall within the middle of our bell curve. That's why it doesn't apply. Like a middling approach to her is not going to be successful. I mean, he's super he's super successful as a reaction channel, but like in terms of analyzing her actual behavior, he's very dismissive of it because he doesn't want to get too far into it.
In the wrong, but most of the time, yeah. I'd like to know what your partner thinks of Amber and your friendship with her. First off, I just want to give a public service announcement that my partner goes by they them pronouns.
Okay.
So if anybody mentions them in any videos, I would pretty much expect you to use their proper pronouns.
I mean, yeah, but like initially that wasn't made clear. So like you can't be mad now. Like I will call them whatever pronoun, whatever name they want to go by. But like if you don't make that clear when people start talking about them, that's on you.
When I first told them about the fact that I was friends with Amberlynn, they didn't really know much about her. And then I started bringing them on FaceTime calls, and they actually got along really
Why?
well.
Why the fuck would you do that? Like that's you trying to incorporate your life into her life. That's creepy, and it's something Amber would do.
Until Amberlynn started sending nudes and showing me
Ew.
her
Ew.
full conversations with Erica and all of the nudes that they exchanged. And when I was with my ex-girlfriend, Amberlynn would make public Facebook comments calling me daddy in them.
Ew.
Like knowing full well I had a girlfriend, but since Danielle wasn't committing to her completely, she didn't care. Did you notice ALR adopting your personality and mannerisms when you became friends? Yes. Half of her isms right now are
Half of her
literally
isms.
mine. Except I don't know where she got this hectic word.
Sending nudes to your friends. Who does that? Except by accident, maybe. Like, maybe. If you're really just like having it all flying free. Like, for real. I mean, I know for gay guys, it's like kind of common to have friends, like friend groups that ultimately end up hooking up. I'm not into that at all. Like, at all. But, like most of my friends are straight guys and women to be fair. um but like that's so creepy and like weird to want to hook up with your friends or send them naked pictures of you.
So don't come for me for that, because that I didn't do that. But the randomly busting out in a country accent thing that she's been doing, that is
Oh,
me.
the cookies, Crystal.
I personally don't believe that Emily is responsible for the hectic situation type deal, because Emily's personality is comparable to.
I've heard she's blocked quite a few people. I'm guessing she either did it when she was supporting their relationship or just seeking out popular channel. I'm not popular. I'm tiny channel. There's no reason to even block me. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
A loaf of white bread. Is Amber a
And I'd never comment on any of her stuff, so she would have been in reaction channels comments looking for people to block if she found me.
to her girlfriends?
Yes.
I've said this before, and I'll say this again, but it takes two to tango.
Yep.
But I know if I ever dated Amberlynn, I think I definitely would be taking a really long grippy sock vacation afterwards. Her looks are absolutely not the
Well, yeah, she gaslights you constantly and then makes you feel crazy for having a reaction to it. Of course. Of course. It's like people can only take so much manipulation, and like sometimes she has the history as well of being physical. I'll just leave it at that. Physical and mental is her forte, and add a little sex, and then that's Amberlynn, because we know what Casey's story is.
reason that I wouldn't date her. It's everything else. Has she ever told you why she lies on YouTube all the time? Probably
I mean,
because
why wouldn't it's literally because she wants to create a YouTube persona. She created what she thought was a YouTuber, and that's not why people started watching her. It's evident from the retro reacts that like everything she was doing was to put on the show of being a YouTuber, and people didn't like it. They literally started criticizing her within a year.
liars lie. Amber said Tomby. What the
Tomby.
hell? I'm actually gonna leave that in there
Tomboy.
because I laughed. Amber
What?
said Tommy has a great job. If that's true, why did she and her ex have to do blank blank for money? Did Tommy and her ex ever live together?
Blank.
I'm really not a super huge fan of discussing the deceased. But
Shut the fuck up. It's not about the deceased. It's about why did they do that? Why didn't Tommy get a real fucking job?
I literally don't know. Also, Tommy's job
Hey,
is like
welcome
not
in.
this big spectacular ordeal, but I'm not going to speak on it because Tommy is a mother and I don't want her to lose her job because I care about the well-being of her child.
Shut the fuck up. The well being of her child would be impacted if this is the type of shit her mom thinks she can do on the fly and it has no long term consequences. You're trying to shield her from the things that she's done herself, and you don't even fucking like her. What the hell?
And I would never go out of my way to put a child's well-being in jeopardy.
How?
Otherwise, I would probably tell you guys whatever. What was the absolutely
Yeah,
vile
right.
thing that Emily said to Amber? Do you think she encouraged her late partner's
Jesus Christ.
when she told Amberlynn that she would
You can say death. Why wouldn't you be able to say that? Like, it's literally the end of life. What?
rather not to be on this earth anymore, so that she could be with her late fiance. Also, from my understanding,
So just basic shitty human behavior. Like, you don't say that to somebody to get something out of them.
her late fiance passed away due to getting pneumonia. And I'm not gonna lie, that kind of
Pneumonia
makes
of
me
the fat.
nervous because if Amberlynn doesn't get the help that she has always needed, I do fear that something as small, well, not small, but you know, something like pneumonia could also be the reason for her passing away. Erica claims Amber made jokes about being the other woman. Did she do the same with you? How did she justify being with a married woman?
Amberlynn already knew about the homewrecker joke and like that it would be numerous jokes. So yeah, she used to make that joke, I'm sure. And the fact that it gives her a sense of power over the people in the situation not just the person that she's with, but the partner. It makes her feel powerful in a way that she doesn't have in real life. She has no influence over other people's lives in real life because she doesn't interact with real people, except for her mom. Like, literally, she has nobody in her real life at all. That must be so lonely and isolating. And the fact that she has that means that she seeks out places where she can have power over people. Any kind of, and that's why she's rude to service workers too, because it's her exerting her power over them. Just to be clear. Hey,
Yeah, she
TM.
thought it was the funniest thing in the world. She also, for the longest time, said that Erica was only with her wife for financial reasons. And
Which makes no fucking sense. Why would you be with somebody for 9 years for financial reasons? Oh, at that point, you, especially when you're that young, it makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense.
they don't live together, and her wife has another
Those are the people that get divorced at 40 and have 3 kids.
partner that she lives with. And essentially, it's just like an open marriage concept. And then one day she sent me a picture of
Welcome in, crap
a
artist.
toy
Hey, Natalie.
on Erica's dresser, and apparently she took a screenshot of it.
Ew.
Like,
Wait, what? What?
wife has another partner that she lives with, and essentially it's just like an open marriage concept. And then one day she sent me a picture of a toy on Erica's dresser.
I thought she said like somebody took a shit somewhere. God damn it, Alexis. Learn when to bleep.
And apparently she took a screenshot of it, like, while they were on FaceTime. And
Of course she would. She would do that because it's evidence she can use against her later. Like, that was her whole intention by doing it. It wasn't because she felt offended about it. It was because she wanted to use it as leverage.
Confronted Erica about it, and Erica, like, I guess lied about it at first, but then she was like, oh, well, of course, like, that's my wife, like, of course we have. Amber
Yeah,
was
it took
really
me forever
upset
too, Lewis.
Also, Erica, I don't really care if you come for me, but you were 100% in love with Amberlynn. I literally saw all of your text messages.
Yeah, Erica's a simp, and she loves the humiliation aspect of it. Like, that's the whole thing. She's really into it.
Everything. Every nude you guys sent back and forth. Quite literally every exchange you have ever had. And you cannot tell me or anybody else for 1 second that you did not have genuine feelings for her.
Yeah, there was Spider-Man videos. I was like, Spider-Man, or there's like another channel that comes up because he has a short about this. Like, but her channel wouldn't come up for me, and then I had to check under a private browser, and then I saw that I was blocked.
Amber revealed Emily so fast.
It's crazy.
Is she secretly fat phobic and thought Emily was hot and therefore
like she thinks everything is a bad word
of sharing her with us so soon? No. Tommy is a very insecure person.
Duh.
And could not handle when Amberlynn would get other messages or comments that were like,
bro, she was texting Amber during your call the whole time. Of course she was. She was sending her notes of things to say. Because Amber would look at her phone and then suddenly pop up with a new thing to say. Literally. When she tried to say, when Alexis tried to say, you've been rude to my partner, but they've only been nice to you. Amber looked down at her phone right after the ping, and it said, oh, you've been mean to Tommy, but she's been nice to you. No, she hasn't. And that was the whole reason that she was pissed. Like, that was so fucking silly. It was because Emily sent it to her to say. And without even thinking, Amberlynn and her share one brain. So she was like, of course I'm going to say that.
Flattering. And Amber's going to refute this and say this is not true.
Yeah, that's the one.
But it is. So Emily encouraged her to post her. She wanted other people to know that there was someone in Amberlynn's life and she's not available. Also,
I love how the closed captioning says Amberlynn. Like, that's so funny.
Emily is not skinny, and in my opinion,
Yeah, I said she wasn't skinny. You could see it in the full body shot. She's a thick girl. She would be like an average to slightly husky woman if she were not next to Amber.
she is not attractive. Is Eric and Ricky actually still hanging out with Amber even after what Amber has put Beck through? Does Beck know? I truthfully have no idea, but I would assume not because Eric messaged me on TikTok literally last night.
It was probably because you put it out there that he was the or Erica was the one who put it out there that Eric and Ricky were the ones that visited. Um and everybody was like, "Oh, they're canceled." Because they were already canceled, but then they need to be recanceled.
Not asking for personal info on Jade, but was she
Yeah, she's jealous. She's jealous of Danielle. She's jealous of um Erica, and she's jealous of Tommy. Alexis is very much so.
just as messed up as Amber mentally? She seemed to be more mature.
I don't think she's ugly. I think she is over. She's not skinny like how Amberlynn wanted to present her. That's how Erica would have been. Like she would have been the catch for Amber.
But it's sounding like she was struggling too. All I have to say to that is I think anybody on this planet would struggle if they were Amberlynn's long-term live-in partner.
Duh.
Has Emily's daughter met Amber yet? No, but they FaceTime.
Oh god.
Does Amber still talk?
What the hell? I care about her well-being, you guys. I don't want anything to happen to her, but I'll totally let a confirmed predator talk about her or talk to the child and not say anything about it except for right now. God damn, Alexis, talk about not having any standards.
Talk about Destiny or any of her exes, despite claiming she'll never badmouth her exes?
Oh yeah, and she's also jealous of the twink because he gets to be with Mom Malin in real life.
Yeah, all of them. Did wifey really ask for no
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've seen the pictures of Jade.
contact? Yeah, she did. And Amberlynn has tried to reach out a couple times since, and she hasn't ever responded, and I'm assuming probably wants nothing to do with her.
Well, right.
However, Jade, if you are somehow hearing this or watching this video, I just want to say that I really hope that you are doing well and that you have healed from this, even like
maybe
just a
for
little
shot
bit.
put, Natalie. Jade could do shot put. She is the perfect form.
Has she tried to manipulate you into silence since the live stream? No, she's scared of me because I have too much tea on her, and her and Emily actually can both kiss my ass. Was she rejected for weight loss surgery? That whole arc and ending didn't add up.
No. She said Valentine didn't have any kids, I believe, but like, I don't believe she said Tommy didn't have kids because she really tried to avoid even mentioning the kid.
Yes, because she couldn't stop binging. Did Amber give you any support after Girl World attacked you for being her friend? Did she take your calls?
Oh yeah, she got denied for weight loss surgery, as we all knew. So that's not really tea.
Was it 3 a.m. and comfort you, or was it all one-sided? No, she didn't care.
Of course she didn't. It wasn't your needs that were at the most pressing right then. She needed to talk to Tommy or Erica or Danielle.
At all. Is she a chronic liar? Is 1 plus 1 2? Is the grass green? Do dogs
Is
bark?
Alexis overweight?
Before all the evidence came out about Tommy, what made you think Tommy was
fertilizing? What the hell?
Fertilizing
Oh my god.
Amber?
What did Christy say? Tried to convince us Jade wore a medium t-shirt. Right. Um, she also thought that Harry Potter costume was for a 5-year-old when it was meant for like a 40. Oh my gosh. Because it just fit her like a 5-year-old would be wearing it. Oh my god. Has a clip channel or one of the robot voice reaction channels. Did she answer you?
Assuming the word that you're looking for is fertilizing. And the difference, in my eyes, between a preference and a is the intensity at which you experience said preference.
I mean, but that's not the definition of British. Is when you actively need that to be the case for you to have any kind of interest or attraction to it. Like that's the thing that makes it like borderline unhealthy, and then in some cases totally unhealthy depending on what the situation is.
Is ALR the same as she appears online?
No.
More or less insufferable, depending on the day. Who has been your least favorite Amberlynn read partner? The current one. I mean, Erica was bad, but I don't know. Maybe it's a horse apiece. Or maybe
What?
a co-horse? Have you privately called her out
That
on lies
wasn't
before,
funny.
and did you ever doubt your friendship with her before now? Yes and yes. What was the vile comment Tommy told to
Her sound effects are really starting to annoy me.
Amberlynn? Also, did you have a relationship?
Does anyone recall the video where Amberlynn hugged a person in the black hoodie and claimed it was Jed? Yeah, I do. Because it was like people used it as their like thumbnails, I believe, just because it had her like torso.
With Jade also?
Oh.
That rumor is going around a lot. No. Amber
Okay.
Lynn's Jade and I did not have that kind of a relationship. But I did date a girl named Jade,
What?
from like February to...
Then why did you say it like it was the same Jade? That's weird. She's so desperate for attention. Oh my gosh.
like mid-April.
I knew
Do
this
you
was
know how
just a
much she
call for attention on her end. This is all a bunch of bullshit. We all knew this shit.
makes a month on YouTube? I have absolutely no idea.
No
And
shit.
quite frankly,
Why
I
would you
don't really
know?
want to know. What's the worst thing Al has done to you? Well, between the emotional whiplash and the constant gaslighting and the not caring about my wants or my needs or my thoughts or my...
She does put in more editing effort, but like she should put in less. I just wanted to get the Q&A. I don't want to hear her sound effects. If I
opinions.
was going to make a video reaction, it would make it I would have to cut out all of those sections just so I could replace them with something good.
I don't know. Do I have to choose? Does
Oh
she
god, what the
regularly send
fuck?
out to people on the internet that she's never met? Is she smart enough to at least cut her face out? Yes and no. Did Jade and Amber really have a mutual breakup, or did Jade initiate the whole thing?
It's like she forgot to put in the sound effects for that entire middle section. And then she was like, oh, I need to put more. What the hell?
Personally, I just think Jade was fed up with everything and was like, I don't really care about the narrative that you tell your audience. I just want to get the F out of here.
Of course.
What did you mean by Tommy was rough with her? Like just the way that she like grabbed on her, like when
the way she
Emily
grabbed on her. Wow.
slash Tommy was in Oklahoma. They would FaceTime me, and I don't know. I
guess that's true. Abacat
didn't like the way that she grabbed on Amber, especially when they were drinking. Like it just felt very icky to me.
Yeah. Anyone after Beck, even wifey, I'll give her a 40% discount. Wifey. Anyone other than them, like after that, nobody gets any fucking sympathy. Like, you knew who she was. A quick Google will bring her up. The YouTube will be the first reaction, or will be the first results on the Google page. Like, you don't even have to YouTube her. Just Google her. She's famous in that way that her name is SEO on YouTube. Like, what the fuck?
Me and
Yeah, you're kind of right, Glow. It's just kind of like she's doing this all as like she wants. I don't know. I don't know what she wants except attention. But then like she's doing it like she's doing a reaction, because like when I think of putting sound effects into a Q&A, it makes it less serious. And then if it's her doing it, it makes it seem like she only wants people to watch her video and not necessarily have that kind of reaction criticism that everybody else gives to Amberlynn, because it makes it distracting and disruptive to the flow of our, like, if Chad is watching and you're wearing headphones, the sound effects are not measured for sound. It's way louder than everything else.
yeah, I don't know. Like,
Hey, she can always take a grippy sock vacation.
even Amber looked uncomfortable during some of the interactions between them. Are you considering doing vlogs on YouTube now?
Yeah, Amberlynn's logic is always circular, so no matter what her point is, it's always going to sound the same as when she started.
Well, I will say my life is significantly more exciting than Amberlynn's. But, I don't know. I'm trying to.
So are you going to start a vlogging channel? Oh, I didn't realize that was the question. It sounded like that was what this like was leading to. Well, maybe I'll start vlogging.
Navigate through this, like, social media thing, and
Aw.
I don't know.
What kind of dog do you have? I love dogs and cats.
We'll see. I I would love to hear your guys' opinion on it. But this is where I'm going to make my closing statement. And if you guys sat through all 20 minutes of this, you're a rock star.
You guys are rock stars too for doing 45 minutes.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. And we're not watching life. Nope. What the hell? No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. Let's see what the comments say. Ted seems very gentle. I hope you appreciate. Who's Ted? Is that the partner? And they're calling them not they them. Morty the yoga pup. Edit to add. It's nice. Ted seems to be supportive. I don't give a fuck. Love that sun mirror. It's so awesome to see you two. Wait, this is the wrong video. God damn it, motherfucker.
Hey,
Lol. All these side characters think they can build a YouTube career. Right, they're building their careers off of Amber at the end of the day. And like reaction channels are, but like I don't think my life is that interesting, and I've done a lot of shit. Like, and I don't think it's worth telling. So like really somebody who stays at home all day, or even like somebody who's so unbothered and can't focus at work that they want to be on live stream listening for their name, like please. English sheepdog poodle mix. Curly English sheepdog. Nice. Does she have the sheepdog size? Emily's personality is comparable to a loaf of white bread. Erica's pathetic. Nobody believed she was forced to be with Amber. Of course not. Embarrassed, but she wants the embarrassment. That's the thing, guys. She enjoys it based on how she was talking in those voice notes. More editing was done in this video than ALR has done in the history of her channel. Waiting for the inevitable, she's a bad person live after she gets up this afternoon. Lol. Wait, did I hear that correctly? Amber's visit to the therapist was chat AI and WebMD. She had online therapy during the wifey arc, or weight loss arc. Online therapy for weight loss. What the fuck? Girl, I went from disliking you to loving you. Maybe reserve some love for somebody real. Oh hey, it's Lewis. The Amberlynn Reed friend to hater to reactor pipeline is hectic. Well, I mean, she's not really a reactor. What's everybody saying? To be fair, Amber has wasted a lot of opportunities to capitalize on her platform. If someone else can do so much, if someone else can do so more power to them, in my opinion. Yeah, true. I bet Alexis's life is very similar to Amber. The only difference is Alexis can wipe her own ass. Exactly, and she can walk still. She's basically Amberlynn when she started her channel. I'm just sitting here doing my best not to talk about my hairy stink weasel cats. She's huge. Her brother is the same. He got more poodle looks. Best of both worlds. Nice. Photos from Lexis's thumbnail is Amber eating a crumble cookie and sending it to Tommy and Erica. Oh wow. Well, yeah, she did. That tells you she might have been. You remember when she sent that picture and she was like, "My friend wants me to send her all my pictures of my food." How much you want to bet that it was Tommy? When she was sending like the pictures of the sushi and like all of the fucking random food she was buying. That was Tommy, most likely. Now I'm putting it together. That was probably Tommy. Because nobody else would care to see what she was eating, even Erica, because it wasn't healthy food. No, don't be embarrassed, Lewis. No, it's cool. The way Alexis genuinely comes off as a likable person here. Uh, eh. You have to consider the context. She thought being friends with Amber was super special and cool. Like, guys, come on. Come on. If you think that and it's not fully delusional, and then you don't totally want to go to the like rubber shoes vacation or whatever, like or rubber socks, like come on. Come on, Alexis. You knew. If we sat through the whole 20 minutes, Goral, of course we did. My ears were glued to the screen. 20 minutes have never flown by that quickly before. I managed to stretch it out. I think that's pretty much it for the comments. Nothing really special here. Yeah, that was all I had planned for today. Jordy's still live. Let's see what he's doing.
People say we spend too much time on our phones, but they're actually so useful. I ordered this coffee with my phone.
I have 3 cats right now. Two I've had for 9 years, and one was left on my doorstep when she was 3 weeks old. So I had to raise her by hand. She is a very special girl. What are you up to, Jordy? Oh, wait. It ended. Aw. Okay. Never mind. That's it for today. This will burn out rather quickly, don't you think? Yep, I do. I really do. It'll either burn out quickly or Amberlynn is fucking serious about being with this girl forever. And I mean, like, she doesn't necessarily have to leave if Amber wants her there. And then Amber only has a certain amount of time as she's going as it is. Like, with any kind of instigation, it'll be much shorter. So she won't have to wait long. Tommy, Emily, Willow, they'll get their way eventually if they decide to stay with or if they decide to stay together as a couple and really just not give a fuck what everybody thinks. But Amber really cares what people think, and Tommy, if it becomes so tarnished her name, she will probably leave Amber because she will be blacklisted in the fat acceptance community. Like, this is her soft love being absolutely catered to, and like having everybody, even if everybody hates you and hates her, she's still stuffing your face and making you feel soothed, because Amberlynn said she learned to soothe herself with food. And so regardless of what's going on, no matter how stressful, as long as she's eating, she's good. And that's when she gets into trouble. And then she'll get bedbound, and you know what's easy to develop when you're bedbound? Pneumonia. Which is what killed technically the cause of death of Tommy's last partner. And Amberlynn was fighting off pneumonia when she was at the end of her relationship with wifey. Like the 6 months or so leading up, she had pneumonia like once or twice. And once you have pneumonia, you're more likely to get it repetitively. I've had it 3 times. Trust me, I try to avoid it. And I'm not even overweight. But anywho, that's all I had planned for today. And I'm really happy everybody came to hang out. It was really fun. Really, really fun. And if there's any more tea, or if Amberlynn posts, then I might make a reaction video, or I might go live again if she does it. I won't live stream if she does a live stream though, because I'm not going to be on for 4 hours waiting and going through all her bullshit. Enough money to go to Petra to see the ruins, but I can't trust anyone. To care for the cats. Oh, that's really sucks. Oh, cats with guns. I'm so sorry. Of course, Abby Cat. I had so much fun with you guys. You're always so much, like, it's more fun watching with you guys than it is just doing a reaction, honestly. Yeah, it was so much fun, Natalie.